Yeah, same follow. Reverse in. See, it's on the reverse in here.
Oh.
Yeah. No place to change.
Yeah, let's do this one. Ah, okay.
Cassie, go front.
Go front, go front. Cassie, go front. Don't get parked, go in front, let me go front. Yeah, that is less park there. Yeah, that's fine. That's why I went in too.
Are you from there?
That's perfect. Can we carry from this end, eh? Yeah, come. These 6 pallbearers, eh?
Huh?
6 pallbearers, 6 in.
Yeah,
come. 6 pallbearers, come forward, please.
Wait, I'll mention there, but...
On the mic, eh? See that...
Hi, Boise. Nice, different seconds. You're so smart, relation. Smart boy, yeah. I recollect That's our yes and father's other voice. That's like just like here.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. You may be seated. Give us a few minutes. We'll do the flower petals. Dear ladies and gentlemen, the mortal remains of our late Mr. Dhanseelan Naidoo is now ready for viewing. May kindly come forward, please.
Yeah. family and friends, may I get your attention, please? Thank you very much. It is with heavy heart I stand before you to address the tragic passing away of our cousin Dhansee. We are also saddened by this loss, and I know many of you are struggling to process the loss. Dhansee was the fourth child of Dhanseelan Sundaram Naidoo. And it's very sad that due to the ill health of Auntie Viveka, she couldn't make it today. It is also sad that Dhansee passed away from the dreaded disease, condition that our dearest mama also passed away from, that is cancer. He leaves behind his wife Malini, his two children, Kriyan and Krushendra, their respective spouses, and two grandchildren. Dhansee wasn't just family, we were partners in crime, and he was also one of my dearest friends. We grew up in Chatsworth, and we spent our teens in Wellington. In Chatsworth, we were extremely naughty, and I've been asked by the family, especially Casey and them, to relate a few incidents that we had. The first incident was when we used to make a cave in Unit 3, 306, number 9 and 11. And at the back, towards the Hillson Highway, we built a cave, and there we used to indulge in some of the bad habits, as we may call it, smoking, which we used to steal from Mama's cubby. And while we were engaging in these attacks, and around us, and luckily, I found myself in the lurch because Dhansee, Kirsty, and Neil quickly ran away and said, "Not me, uncle, tall man here, yeah." So those are some of the incidents that we had. The second incident I'd like to relate is the hide and seek that we used to do, and we used to be very serious with our hide and seek. Although there was not much leverage and not much foliage in Chatsworth, we used to have hide and seek. But we realized that Dhansee was missing for quite long, over half an hour. Now it's hide and seek, you find people, within 2 minutes you find them. And we throughout the house, our house, we were neighbors to Uncle Sari, and Uncle Sari's house, and we went upstairs, we saw Dhansee hiding in the cupboard quietly in the dark. Not after 1 hour, right? So he took his hide and seek very seriously. But one of the most dreary aspects that I would like to say is that behind our house in Unit 3, we have what is called overgrown grass and weeds. We have this great tendency of taking two weeds together and tying a knot. And we should get great pleasure when somebody is walking and is to fall, which is, now you look at that, not a very pleasant thing to say. But what really took us out is Dawood, our neighbor, 2 doors neighbor. He used to come with his scooter, and unfortunately he was a victim of this trap, right? And then he'd come and complain bitterly to Uncle Sari and my mother Nancy and say, "Nancy, Sari, see what your children have done. They'll have dropped me here," etc. Right? And I fell out of my scooter. But those are some of my times I can tell you that we had a very, very good childhood. I think second to none. If you look at the children of today and what they engage in, it's a completely different technocrat. In Burlingtonites, we have 2 great islands. One in Burlington Road, one in Henley Road, and the other one is in Midmar Road. Here our uncles, our cousins, our aunts, and their respective spouses, we had fantastic times here. And it's difficult to replicate those days. Throughout his entire working career, Dhansee contributed to the auspices of the South Coast Transport till his time. Dhansee approached life with enduring and optimism even in the face of adversity. The battle with cancer showcased a remarkable strength and grace that inspired all who knew him. Even during those hardest days, he managed to keep his composure. The void he leaves behind is immeasurable, but we take comfort in knowing his suffering has ended. He is now in peace. His spirit, love, and courage will forever resonate within our family and community. Dhansee, you will always be the heart and soul of your family. Thank you for all the laughter, the wisdom, and love. We will miss you every day until we meet again. Rest peacefully. I thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, although the time schedules are quite tough, we have a few speakers today. So I'm going to go straight into that. Our first speaker will be Boise Naidoo, my uncle, who will speak on behalf of the Sally Naidoo and family. Boise.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As they rightly said, it's a very sad day in the Naidoo family's life, and we'd like to pay tribute to my late brother, my sister-in-law in Cape Town, that unfortunately couldn't be here today due to health reasons, etc. And the request was, please give Dhansee a good send-off, and I think we all are here today to adhere to the request. Before I come to you, I should have mentioned that Jaya forgot about one thing with him and Dhansee, that the favorite spot in Wellington Heights was a place called Gay Sands. That was where they used to go there and spend until wee hours in the morning and walk down that big hill, go to the house wee hours in the morning. So I think that was also a good memory that was treasured in the lives of Dhansee and Jaya and the families. But as we all know in life, it is very sad for somebody as young, just in his early 60s, to leave Earth. And you know, it comes back to a saying in life that there's two things that are guaranteed in life. Number one, while you're living, is your taxes. You cannot get away. And number two is death. You cannot choose and refuse. It's unfortunate that these things are inevitable. But in Dhansee's case, you know, he really, unfortunately, contracted an eternal disease, and he fought it through all the way until Saturday. On behalf of my late brother, Sally Naidoo, who I'm sure everyone is well acquainted to, my sister-in-law, Viveka, I'd like to take this opportunity in thanking all of you for being here and sharing in this day, paying sympathies to the bereaved family, and further to Dhansee, to rest in peace. As we all know, death is always a very sad and irreparable loss for the family and, you know, the extended family. But as you all know, the family that we originate from in Malden, the Abba Naidoo's family, you know, gained prominence over the years, and it filtered all the way down to the children, great-grandchildren, grandchildren, etc. And I think one thing I'm proud of our family is that we lived with those ethics right through our life, all the way down, even to, as I said, the great-grandchildren, etc. We've all lived that life, and I'm very proud to say that I'm part of that family, the Abba Naidoo family. Having said that, Sari, Dhansee's late dad, was the leader, so-called the leader of the pack in our family. He was the eldest, and I must say, after my dad's death, he replaced the father figure in our lives. And although he's no longer for the last 22 years, he still remains very deeply in our thoughts. And I always say that if there's reality, that there's eternity in life, I think Dhansee will be in a better place with his dad, my dad, etc. So Dhansee, firstly Marlene and the children, I'd like to also our deepest sympathies on behalf of me and my family. I know it's very bad, very sad, but at the end of the day, I think reality set in, and it is not an easy thing to go through. God bless you all. And for Dhansee, I would like to say, and I'll repeat what I said earlier, if there's eternity, God bless you into your journey to join your dad and the balance of the Naidoo family. I thank you very much.
Thank you, Dhansee, for those words of comfort. We really appreciate that. Our next speaker is Sister Kogi Naidoo, who will speak on behalf of Auntie Buthega and Malani's family in the days of Chepstow. Kogi?
Namaskaram, Vanakkam, Namaste, and good afternoon to all of you. Before I begin my eulogy, I would like us all to give a quote to my sister, Buthega, Dhansee's mom, who couldn't travel from Cape Town to the funeral due to ill health. There are no words big enough to take away the pain of losing a child, and especially not being able to be here today. Akka, I know that you, together with Krishani, are watching the live stream, and we hope that this would give you some closure. Please understand that your absence is deeply felt and understood, and you are being held in everyone's thoughts and hearts. May you find comfort in knowing that he is now in peace and free from pain. It is going to be very difficult for you, but please be gentle with yourself. There is no right or wrong way to carry grief. You have to take care of yourself. I love you very much, Akka. Today we gather with heavy hearts to remember and honor the life of my dear nephew, Dhansee. No words can fully capture the loss we feel. He was a son, a husband, a father, a grandfather. He was a devoted husband, proud father and grandfather. His love for Malani, Kriyan and Shushenta was steady and deep. When he was diagnosed with cancer, he changed many things, but it did not change his character. He faced his painful journey with courage, grace and resilience. Even in pain, he showed strength to the very end. When Eulogy video called him or visited him, his face would always light up and tried very hard to communicate with us. He was sincere, respectful, caring and loving. A lesson to be learned from this simple man is that life is short, and no matter what, family matters. To my dear Malani, whom I remember from the time she was a beautiful little girl at the Andhra Sabha in Port Shepstone. Malani and brothers were raised by their two amazing parents, Uncle Leslie and Auntie Amruta, with whom I had the privilege of meeting in 1974 as we lived in the same area. They brought up their children with good old-fashioned morals and values. Incidentally, I also taught Malani in grades 11 and 12. She met and fell in love with Dhanseelan in the late 1980s. Dhansee used to spend almost every weekend in Sheppey at our house whilst visiting Malani. Theirs was a beautiful love which stood the test of time and resulted in two lovely children, Kriyan and Shushenta. Malani took excellent care of him, and she patiently and painstakingly cared for him to the very end, even when all seemed in vain. Thank you, Malani, for all that you did to make him comfortable to the very end. To his children, Kriyan and Shushenta, daughter-in-law Caitlin, future son-in-law Shilly, grandchildren Creelan and Chimera, thank you for helping Mom to take care of your dad. I have a message and a voice note. The message is from his nieces Tarushni, Prashani and Nireshni. Dear Dhansee and Mama, thank you for the wonderful memories we shared. We always remember you as a very kind and gentle soul. May your soul rest in eternal peace. And last and most importantly, I have a very emotional voice note sent to me by Dhansee's mom, which she wants to be played through the PA system. Sorry guys.
Phone calls, our chats, and the way you sang to me meant so much.
Sorry guys, I'm going to stop it again.
My dear Nancy, I am so sorry that I cannot be taking you as I am not able to travel. I love you and will miss your warm, affectionate smile that always lit up my day. Your thoughtful phone calls, our chats, and the way you sang to me meant so much. I know that Daddy is taking care of you. Please continue to watch over and guide your family. May your soul rest in peace. My dear sweet son, all my love, Amma.
On that very emotional note, Dhansee, go well. You rest in peace. Love you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Gogi. And also thank you very much for that voice note. Those very warm words from our dearest Auntie Rebecca. I would like to call the next speaker, who is Casey Naidoo. Casey will speak on behalf of his siblings. And later on, Casey will also move the vote of thanks. For now, Casey will just say a few words. I call upon Casey.
Master of Service, J.R. Good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. With a heavy heart, I stand beside the burden and all rally around to a farewell to our loving brother. Dhansee, I must express cognizance of the fact that it was indeed an emancipation period for both the family and Dhansee Naidoo, for the pain and suffering endured. Also on behalf of my dearest loving mom, Naidoo, and siblings, will take this opportunity to Dhansee farewell, and may his soul receive the highest function. We would farewell to Dhansee and hope he rest in peace with his lady and Sally Naidoo. Also, take the opportunity to extend my gratitude to everyone who is present today at the funeral. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Casey. It was really short and sweet, really touching. We have a special request here of a speech from one of Dhansee's grandson. His name is Creelan, and I've been asked to stand next to him while he says a few words.
the best times. I always love spending time with you. You taught me so many things, like how to make a cup of coffee. I will always remember everything I learned from you, even though you're not here now. I know you are up in heaven watching over us. I will always love and miss you, Dado. Thank you.
Thank you, Creelan. That was really touching, and it's such a fitting tribute to our cousin Dhansee. I will now hand you over to the music, and he will also call Casey at the appropriate time to give the vote of thanks. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one message of condolences that comes from the members of the Portuguese district, Andhra Mahasabha. It reads, Mr. D. Naidoo, that's Dhansee, was the son-in-law of the late Leslie Reddy family, the beloved husband of Marlini Reddy, and the brother-in-law of Salva Reddy. He was the descendant and part of the large group of humble pioneer families that were instrumental in the founding of Portuguese district Andhra Mahasabha and played a pivotal role in the preservation and propagation of Andhra culture and the heritage of the local community. He also says that please note that our strength, thoughts and prayers are with all of you during this difficult time of sorrow. I'll now call upon K.C. Naidoo to do the vote of thanks and tell the rest of the proceedings, and then hand you over to our officiating priest. K.C.
Thanks, dear Virenda. Ladies and gentlemen, of the family, we would like to extend gratitude to all service providers. Number one, National Funeral Service for a dignified funeral procession rendered. Please Dharma for a really nice service rendered today. The catering team, the event, and for the receptions. Meals are provided. Please partake in the meals after cremation, 3:30 p.m. at the same venue, Dhanseelan Hall. Many thanks for attending the funeral services. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dear ladies, gentlemen, loving children, Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Rams, and a very good day to one and all. As you heard today, the wonderful sentiments about our late Mr. Dhanseelan. I'm sure you can think of all these wonderful memories, and I'm sure all of you are going to carry his legacy forward. Our dad, Mr. Dhanseelan Sundaram Naidoo, leaves back his beloved wife, Marlene, his son, Kiran Naidoo, daughter, Sushenta Naidoo, and daughter-in-law, Catherine Naidoo, son-in-law Shivu Dayanand, and grandchildren Kreelan and Kimera. He also lives back his mum Viveka Naidoo, his sisters Padma and Rani, brothers Kesi, Devam and Jay. Dear friends, a host of family and friends are also left back. As the officiating priest, I would like to take this opportunity to explain to each and every one of you the value of the loss of a father in our homes. You know, there are certain things that we have to be told about because we take them for granted. Seriously, we take them for granted. Our father is one of the most important persons in our life. He is the one who is the proposer of our homes. He is the one who shares in blood, flesh and soul together with our mother to make it possible for you and I. It is through the effort of our father who goes out into the world, braving the difficult conditions, burning up his energy to bring that fuel to keep that lamp burning in his home. Dear friends, our father's duty haven't terminated there. It is through him that we got our necessary education that you and I have needed today, through which we found a job. And once we were stable enough, that's where father and mother stepped in again. They got us married. And even after getting us married, we still depended on the love of our father, because our children became his grandchildren, which were the apple of his eyes. That little love that he had within himself, he shared with his grandchildren. You can see how far one father can go. I give you a quote in Tamil which says, "Thandai sol mikka mandiramile," meaning that there is no words and powers greater than that of our father. And that another important thing is that our father is our high-seeing God in our homes. None of us have seen God yet. Although we all know that there is a God, we depend on the love of God. But our high-seeing God is our Father, whom we could touch, clothe, feed and entertain. Dear friends, you can see how far one father can go for you and I. It is our sole responsibility to find that quality time to spend with our father. Take him out to the park, take him out to the beach, to family gatherings, give him a braai at home from time to time. And remember that if we are staying far away, we are only a phone call away. Make that phone call, which will mean so much to you. That is how important is a father in our home. It is also our responsibility to honor, love, serve and respect him while he is still alive. For such an opportunity, we'll never ever get again. There's something I want to remind you is that any material possession that you lose on this world, in this material planes, did you know that you can replace it? With the gift of education that Dad gave you, you can work hard, save that money and replace that possession. But if you ever lose your dad, you can never ever replace it again. Finally, I say once more, if you have your dad, your greatest gift in life, honor, love, serve and respect him. One more reminder, after this funeral procession is over, that you are invited to come here from the community, and those who want to remain and partake of the meals are fine. Meals will be provided for you. And the memorial service of our late Mr. Dhanseelan Naidoo will be held on 20th of January. Please accept this as a personal invitation and convey this message to family and friends. Within a few minutes from now, we'll be parting away with the mortal remains. I humbly appeal to you, the late comers, to kindly come forward now and pay the last tribute.
high time to Dhansee now. Have the final viewing. So the few minutes will be leaving. Arul Vilake, Arul Sudare, Arul Jodi Sivame, Arul Vilake, Arul Sudare, Arul Jodi Sivame, Arul Amude, Arul Nilebe, Arul Amude, Arul Nilebe, Arul Badive, Orule, Arul Badive, Orule, Irul Arunda, Pulam Moshugam, Iram Konda, Padiye, Irul Arunda, Pulam Moshugam, Iram Konda, Padiye, Yen Arive, Yen Uire, Yen Arive, Yen Uire, Yen Akiniye, Orave, Yen Akiniye, Orave, Terulalite, Tiruvala, Jnana Guru, Vala, Terulalite, Tiruvala, Jnana Guru, Vala, Devanada, Arese, Devanada, Arese, Dhansee Moji, Ye Tarule, Dhansee Moji, Ye Tarule, Arul Vilake, Arul Sudare, Arul Jodi Sivame, Arul Jodi Sivame. Okay, Jay.
You're safe, Dhansee.
Jay. To the pallbearers, kindly come forward, please. Really slowly, finish all the entrance.
No, we're going to stop to let Tata go. We come back.
Pick up here.
You put all this stuff here.
Yeah, there's 4 cars. One, two,
Silver prize. Yeah, what's card is a silver prize of the you turn on, you see a silver prize.
It's not blocking anybody. Papa?
You can make the dead bigger than him.
You don't park here and wait here. I mean, we will leave the car here. Oh. Oh, that's another story.
You'll wait here. You can have some guitar coming. You're right there. What do you hear?